Dreamers and knowing lovers, how the devil are you today? And today's bass lesson is going to be Fly Away by Lenny Kravitz. Pretty easy to play. There's only two parts throughout. So we've got the verse, chorus, and then the bridge is the chorus, I believe. And it just repeats and repeats. And it's got this slap and pops part in it as well, which is really, really simple to play. You're going to need a envelope filter or a wah to play the to get like that kind of like authentic sound, because the bass sound is a mix of the two. It's a straight like bass sound for the verse, and then envelope filter and wah in the chorus. So the first thing we're going to do is come to the 5th fret on the E string with your ring finger. Okay, you're going to play that 5 times. Bum, 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 bum. That's the rhythm. Obviously listen to the song for the rhythm as well. So, bum, 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 bum. Okay, and then you're going to come to the 2nd fret on the A string with your index finger and hit it once. Okay, it's just a passing note. And then you're going to come to the 3rd fret on the A string, that C note right there with your index finger. And you're going to hit that 5 times, but wait a second. Okay, and then there's a gap, then you're going to hit it again. And then you're going to come to the 3rd fret on the E string, you're going to hit that 5 times, but there's a gap again. So we have, for example, I'll do it real slow. Yeah, so you play the notes, duh, 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 and then there's an extra one. So again, 5 times on the 5th fret, 1 on the 2nd fret on the A string, 5 times on the 3rd fret on the A string, and then hit it one more time, and then come to the 3rd fret on the E string with your index finger, hit that 5 times, and then the little gap, then you hit it again, and then there's 5 times on the 5th fret on the A string with your ring finger, hit that 5 times again, and then there's a little gap before you come back into. So I'm going to play that really slow just to get that across. Okay, so. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Okay, and the slap and pop part is very, very simple if you know how to slap and pop already, but if you don't, it's a great kind of like introduction to slapping and popping, I guess. Okay, the actual studio versions, it's hard to pick out the bass and what the bass is doing, so I checked out some live versions, and this is pretty much what they're doing in the live version, so it's pretty spot on. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 mutes on the E string. Okay, so it's 2 slapped mutes on the E string. Okay, and then you're going to come from the 3rd fret with your index finger and slide up to the 5th fret on the E string. So, and again, yeah, and then you're going to pop the 7th fret of the D string, okay, with your little finger or your ring finger. Yeah, okay, and then you're going to do the exact same thing again, but on the A string, 2 muted slaps. So, then you're going to slide from the 1st fret to the 3rd fret on the A string after your 2 mutes, and then you're going to pop the 5th fret on the G string with your little finger or your ring finger. So we have. Okay, and then you're going to do 2 muted slaps again on the E string. Okay, and then you're going to come to the 1st fret on the E string with your index finger and slide up to the 3rd fret. Okay, and then you're going to pop the 5th fret at the D string with your little finger or your ring finger. So all together on the slap part we have. Do 2 muted slaps on the A string, okay, and then slide from the 3rd fret with your index finger up to the 5th fret with the index finger, and then pop the 7th fret at the G string with your ring finger or your little finger. So all together, slowly. It really feels like you should be adding more into that, but I think its power is in its simplicity. But in a live environment, you can add more if you want, but just try not to take away from that groove. Yeah? Anyway, and those parts, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, ending, just repeat themselves over and over. Very, very simple. I hope you enjoyed that lesson, my friends, and I shall see you in the next bass lesson.